Hello everybody, it's Zach here, and I wanted to just put out a quick little intro to this video. I'm actually editing it right now. What I wanted to say is, as you're watching this video, it's probably going to be a couple part series. I noticed it myself when I was editing it, but some of the steps that I go about doing it could be backwards, I guess, than how another person would do it, but it's all kind of the same stuff, and I tried really hard to make it a how-to video, but as the day went on, you know, you get grease and all kinds of stuff on your hands, and recording stuff kind of gets put on the back burner, I guess you could say. So hopefully you guys can follow this video. It's probably going to be a couple part series because I'm not finished with the clutch part yet, but I hope you enjoy, and I hope you guys can follow along because there's a lot going on. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Buddy, it's Zach here, and today I will be changing the clutch on this F-150. This is a 95 that I bought from a guy at work, and it needs a clutch pretty bad. So I went over to the local O'Reilly's, and I got a new clutch, and it has the internal hydraulic cylinder in there, so I'm going to replace that too. And I picked up a creeper, and there's some cab lights that were a really good deal. So hopefully it all goes well. It's pretty tight quarters here. There's like barely any room to walk around it. This is a long truck, so we'll get under there. I gotta take the drive shaft out first, and then we'll see how the rest of it goes. But hopefully, they say it's a pretty simple job. This is just a two-wheel drive pickup truck, 152,000 miles, I believe. But here's the inside of it. There we go. There's that. Just get an idea. And then this box here, you might remember, was in the back of my dad's white pickup truck, and he was nice enough to let me use it while I have this pickup truck. So awesome. Anyways, oh yeah, and it came with 4 black rims that I hopefully want to change them to. I got 3 swirls like these, and then one of your more standard like a spare tire style, just a normal steel rim. So I want to get them changed so they all match. Dual fuel tanks, there's one in the back, one in the front, and straight 6, and the Mazda 5 speed transmission. Anyways, let's get underneath there and see what we can get into. Hopefully this goes easy. Okay everybody, so here we are under the truck. I got this side just jacked up a little bit, enough for the wheel to spin. I'm trying not to jack it up too high because, that might make things harder for me, but this is something that I noticed. Okay, this bottom bolt here, I can loosen it by finger. So then I checked all the other ones. They're all loose. Now we got the drive shaft out. I just muscled it out. Like I said, I set down the back end, and then the front end, I think that's the yoke, just pulls right out. And got the splines on the inside there. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take a paper towel and just kind of gently stuff it in there, just to not get any contamination. We're inside the cab after taking the drive shaft out, and you can do these in whatever order you want. But down here underneath, there's 4 screws right in the corners underneath the boot part. Once you take that up, all this comes up, and you have this bolt down here. The nut will be on the right hand side. If your shifter's really loose, all you do is tighten that up on the right hand side. But for what we're doing right now, you remove the nut off of that side and thread it onto this side, and then supposedly you just keep tightening it, and it should pull this whole bolt through, I believe. So that's what I'm trying. It's really tight though, so. And also a reminder to take the battery terminal off, so there's no power going to your vehicle. Otherwise you can kill your battery because your door will be open the whole time. Okay, so now right here's your drain plug. You want to have a catch pan. You're going to undo the drain, and then once that's almost finished, you want to undo this hydraulic line up here. So I'll do that and then that, and keep this in here. To undo that hydraulic line, you're going to need a special tool, but it should come with, it came with both for me, the clutch kit and this. It's a little, okay, to undo that hydraulic line, you're going to need the tool. This came with not only my new hydraulic cylinder, it also came with the clutch kit. So even if you're doing the clutch or just that, this is all you need. I believe this just pushes up and it depresses on the edges, and then that should just pop out. Alright guys, so it's much later in the day. This is what I'm actually going to try to do here. So I took this seat out. I have it sitting right over there. And I pulled the carpet back because I had to get at this cover. Now my steering shaft, when I put the nut on the opposite side to pull it out, it stripped out. And I don't know if that's because I did it improperly, but from what I could find online, I think I did it right. I just threaded it on and it was supposed to pull through and it never did. So I had to leave that on there. Now what I'm trying to do is we peeled that back, I got the cover off. With that off, I had probably about 1.5 feet worth of extensions, and that you can get at the top of the bell housing bolts. Okay, and in fact you get the, I have them sitting over there, you got what, 2 tops and 2 on each side going all the way down, so you can get the majority of your ones right there with a long enough extension. Now I'll show you here, I got some pry bars. I'll set those down for a minute. Let me show you what's going on down here. Okay, so this is what we got going on. I got the starter swinging right there. No point in unhooking it, it'll be fine. I did unhook the ground for it, and so we got that off. There's a dust shield. I got the 2 bolts off the dust shield. When I jacked this up, I had a bolt here, a big longer one, the 2 here, and the bottom starter. Okay. I haven't unhooked the hydraulic line because of what I'm about to do. I'm about to take those little pry bars. I'm probably going to start right down here, and gently, very gently, it looks like somebody has maybe gotten in here before because this is bent. You're going to very gently kind of pry on it. I'm going to see if it pops. If it pops, I have a board here with wheels on it. I got the back jacked up. I didn't take out the cross member. I just took the bolts off and jacked the bolts up so they're just will clear. Now I got the front, jacked up. Okay. And I'm going to crack this thing, and hopefully I can take this whole entire thing and slide it back until it hits the shifter in there, which is about, what, 1.5 feet. And that should give me enough room to hopefully, it'll be back here. It'll give me enough room to hopefully get in there and do that. If it does, that eliminates me having to take this line off, this plastic hydraulic line, from the outside, and flushing it as well, because that bolt is tighter than tight. And it should be easier than having to take out this whole cross member, drop the whole transmission. I need my dad to help me with that, so hopefully this will work, but I'll give it a try and hopefully I'll live. I have a floor jack, but my dad's floor jack here, but it wasn't quite tall enough from the floor to there, so I came up with this redneck idea. So there you go. I got all that ready to go. Hopefully she'll separate. I will say that the hardest bolt for me was the top of the top bolt on the starter. It was just dry as a bone up there, and I had to put PB blaster up there, and then I heated up the metal around it with a blowtorch, more PB blaster, heated it up, and then finally she came out. So I tried everything. I tried crawling in the motor and pushing down on it with my foot, but I didn't want to strip it. So far no bolts have been stripped, and I'm probably dirty. So we'll give this a try, and hopefully it'll split. If it'll split, we can go about changing our parts and stuff like that. So, alright, wish me luck. Okay, so it took a little bit of time here. We got the back end here just barely above. Okay, because you don't want to bind it. If you lift it up too much, it'll bind. We got the front here, and I was having some problems. I had to wiggle it a bunch, but I just felt it. And hopefully, guys, you can see it right in there. There's a separation, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this flat pry bar, very carefully put it up in here. Now you want to position yourself not underneath this thing. See that? She's moving. Okay. Where am I? There you go. What I'm going to do is here, I'm going to go to the passenger side. Okay. So now from inside the cab, we can do this on top, so if it falls, there's no trouble. We're gonna keep an eye on what's going on, and we're just gonna try to jiggle it back, go under there, pry on it, jiggle it back, and try to get it back as far as we can.